Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Exceptional Finance Monthly Report. This is your roving reporter, John Halloran, coming from farmland on the New South Wales border in beautiful Springbrook. The weather outlook is stormy, and that's fantastic. It's been a pretty dry start to the season up here. Now, the purpose of this monthly report is to invite you to spend 5 minutes thinking about your finances and just seeing if there's anything you could do better. First of all, quickly, I just need to shoot up my disclaimer. This is not financial advice. It is not taken into account your personal situation. Please consult your financial advisor before taking any action. And I'm not to be held responsible for the content of this video if you act upon it without professional advice. And it's simply detailing how I'm thinking in the market and what I'm doing in the market. So, first of all, let's talk about interest rates. They're outrageously low at the moment. It's so fantastic. You know, it's a bit hard to get finance right now. If you're a A-class person with A-class financials, the banks are just throwing money at you. And I really, it's my personal belief that interest rates will be going up in the coming decades. Now, it's not now. It's probably not in the next 5 years. But these banks, they want to give out money because they know that by the time these 30-year loans are coming to a close, that interest rates will be much higher. So I'll just throw up this graph now. It's by InfoChoice. The author is Jason Bryce, and it's the home loan rates in Australia from 1959 to 2019. And as you can see, they did start, pretty low as we're coming out of World War II. The baby boomers are the large demographic in the country, and as we get to the 80s, when the baby boomers are hitting the prime of their life, we've got interest rates going very high. We've got a huge amount of growth in the economy, just led by this large demographics, sector. And then, as we can see, interest rates are coming back down as the baby boomers are moving away from spending, moving towards saving, and a lot of money's coming out of the economy. Now, I believe that the future will have a similar cycle to this. That's my personal opinion. I'm just a participant in the market. I could be completely wrong. And, history will not repeat itself, but it will rhyme. So I'm expecting the millennials to come through. I really want them to do what the baby boomers have done. I'm really bullish on Australia. And once we hit that growth cycle, I think the economy is going to take off, and it's going to be a really exciting time. I think we're going to get a really good growth period, a really good growth cycle, and I believe that's going to head towards rising interest rates. So, my question for you for this month is: what can you do to manage and optimize your debts? If you can start to get a handle on these things now, I really believe it's going to pay dividends in the future. So is that making additional repayments on your home loan? Is that paying out that car loan? Is it cooking 3 meals a week just to drop your expenses by, whatever Uber Eats is, $200, and then throwing that on your home loan or throwing that on your car loan and paying $800 off your car loan a month? My question for you this month is there one thing that you can do to begin to position yourself for this growth cycle that I believe we're coming into? I'll just quickly go over the articles that I've got below for you for some additional reading. Staying loyal to your bank could cost you thousands of dollars, according to new Reserve Bank of Australia data. So you have a good read through that. Look, my comment on that is you have to manage your mortgage. Banks, they're not your friends. They're here to make as much money as possible. And the record profits that they post is just our testament to how business focused they are. Now, if you're not managing your loan, you're not reviewing your loan every couple of years, then, they're going to tax. It's essentially a lazy tax. Let's move on to the next article. Good news for buyers as ScoMo changes home loan rules. My personal opinion is that we've needed this recession for quite a while. COVID's been a good opportunity to go through that. And we've had lenders completely tightening who they'll lend to and making it incredibly difficult. And we're heading towards this growth period now. It feels like, the market's been tidied up, and hence the government's relaxing the rules and it's going to be a lot easier in the coming years to lend money. That makes complete sense to me. Now, if you're in a position where you can't refinance at the moment, just keep doing your research, talk to your broker, and yeah, it's going to be touch and go, and over time, there's going to be more and more opportunities for more people to get involved with either getting new homes or being able to refinance their homes down to lower interest rates. So that's fantastic. And finally, we've got the first home buyers get mortgage help. We've got an increased allocation for first home buyers to take out a mortgage with lower deposits. And, thank God for that. I am worried about the finer details. I'm just going to talk my personal opinion. I love the country. I love rural areas. Spent a lot of time in the city as a 20 and 30-year-old. That was awesome too. I'm a bit worried that the finer details are going to push first home buyers further and further out into regional areas. I actually think that's a good thing. I think there's really nice, cheap houses out here. The travel to work's a lot better. Everyone's more relaxed. There's a lot of opportunity out in the rural environment for all sorts of business owners to come in and do really well, particularly food and services. So yeah, it's not a win for people in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne so much. But my personal opinion, I think it's generally a good thing. I guess if you're a young person, you're not going to be happy with this at all. You want to be in the city, you want to be where the action is. But for that sort of Gen Y, Gen X demographic, you haven't been able to afford a house. You've been working 70-hour weeks in the city, and a tree change to a house that's half the price and a mortgage that's half the size it's certainly particularly once kids are involved, it becomes a far more attractive proposition. So that was a very long 5 minutes. Thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to share this with anybody who you feel would benefit from taking out 5 minutes to have a think about their finances. If you're not on my mailing list and you're seeing this on social media, just PM me if you'd like to receive these each month. And yeah, I definitely have to go. I've got shaky camera right now because I've never held a selfie stick ever, and particularly for such a long period. Signing out. See you next month. Bye.